At a time when tension between Turkey and Israel are rising, Mr. Trump is trying to lower the temperature here. Well, responding to questions about the growing dispute, Mr. Trump said that he does not believe a military confrontation would occur while he remains the president. You know what caught many people's attention? It was his description of Turkish President Erdogan. Mr. Trump called him a strong leader and referred to him as a friend. Given the increasingly harsh rhetoric coming from Ankara towards Israel, those comments, they immediately attracted global attention. Well, Trump's argument that's simple. He believes that personal relationships between leaders, it can help prevent the conflicts from escalation. Well, according to him, Erdogan do respect him, and that mutual understanding, it would help just to avoid a larger crisis between Turkey and Israel. Now, whether that confidence is justified, that remains to be seen. But critics do argue that international politics, it is often more complicated than personal friendship. However, supporters, they point to Mr. Trump's past relationship with world leaders as quite an evidence that diplomacy, it can sometimes work through the personal connection. Ladies and gentlemen, the bigger significance of Trump's remarks, it is that they reveal growing concern in Washington. American policymakers know that a direct confrontation between Turkey and Israel, it would dramatically complicate an already volatile regional situation. For now, Mr. Trump's comments appear aimed at reassuring allies and calming the fear of another major flashpoint. And finally, tonight, we move from West Asia to East Asia, where Taiwan is preparing for what it sees as the biggest security challenges. Well, imagine here preparing for the biggest challenge in your country's history, and then having the entire world watch every move that you make. Well, that is exactly what happened during Taiwan's latest missile exercise. Ladies and gentlemen, Taiwan recently tested its newly acquired HIMARS rocket system supplied by the United States. Well, these systems, they have gained global attention because of their effectiveness in modern warfare and their ability to strike. Now, for Taiwan, they are seen as an important part of its defense strategy against the potential future conflict. Well, the drills, they were designed to simulate a possible invasion scenario and demonstrate Taiwan's readiness to defend itself. However, reports suggest that the exercises, they were not entirely smooth, that it has sparked a lot of heated conversation about whether Taiwan is truly prepared for a type of high-intensity conflict that military planners worry about. Well, the timing, that is also very, very significant here. China continues increasing military pressure around Taiwan, conducting exercises and strengthening its capabilities. And at the very same time, Beijing is expanding relationship with regional partners while warning against what it sees as a foreign interference in Taiwan-related matters. Well, for now, these drills are about deterrence. The goal is to show that any attempt to use force, it could come at a very high cost. But for China, such exercises, they are often viewed as provocative, and for the rest of the world, the Taiwan Strait remains one of the most closely watched security flashpoints on the planet Earth. The stakes, it could not be higher. Future conflicts involving Taiwan, it would not just affect East Asia. It could disrupt the global trade, semiconductor production, financial market, and international security, and that too on a massive scale.